Welcome to episode 168 of Watch and Complain, an hour of sour, where
And
we're
Rob
going.
is chewing the whole time.
That's fine. We're used to you
Haven't we got complaints from people that they hate that I'm
chewing.
eating?
Yeah. And you're just gonna keep doing it.
Fuck them.
Today on the show, we're going to talk about what we're currently watching. Quick segment, and then we're going to go into Golden Globe Awards predictions, and then some top fan theories.
You know what's bullshit? Trying to drink, and I'm sure I brought this up before, trying to drink the volume of water that you're supposed to drink in a day is fucking impossible. I don't know how people do it.
I'm able to do it even on my small stomach now.
Not me,
But
man.
I'll give you a
Impossible.
drink that you'll love to drink.
Is it Bert's dick sauce?
It's Bert's Dick Sauce. Available now at All-in-One Convenience.
There's a guy that runs a place named Bert. Ooh.
And it's one of our favorite flavors.
Penis.
Penis flavor. A happy penis. It's Rocket Blast.
I don't want to hurt my delicate fingers.
I do it. I'm not supposed to have pop because it hurts in my small stomach. Why are you going to keep on bringing up your small stomach, Phil? It's a thing. Oh, that's going to hurt my stomach. That's really carbonated.
Oh, man. That is really carbonated. Holy Christ. It sounds like fucking shivers right up your spine.
I'm going to put it in here and shake it a bit.
That's good, but holy Moses. That's Phil defecating into his cup. We should have held it right by the fucking microphone.
For those who don't know, cluing in now, sorry about the dead air there. I had surgery on my stomach and made it smaller.
No one cares.
I did it myself.
I watched Morbius, and I watched how they did the
Yeah.
surgery in that movie.
So
I'll go over there.
anything with carbonation, I pretty much have to make flat.
What?
I have to make, if I want a carbonated drink, I can't have a carbonated drink. So, if I want an energy drink, which I shouldn't have, I have to make it flat.
Those doctors are going to see this, and they're going to be like, that stupid fuck. Wasting all our Canadian tax dollars. He's not even following what he's supposed to do.
I haven't gained weight. That's good.
Man alive.
Isn't it carbonated?
Yeah.
Now it's not carbonated for me, and it's good. Okay, so what are we currently watching, or what have we been watching that we haven't covered on the show lately? It's been the holiday break.
I've been watching a lot of Studio Ghibli movies. I love Studio Ghibli movies. There's a couple that I've never seen, so I watched those. I'd heard a lot of people talk about it. I'd never seen Grave of the Fireflies, which I watched the other day and really enjoyed. My youngest son really loves Studio Ghibli movies, so we watched My Neighbor Totoro. Yesterday we watched Ponyo. Today we watched Porco Rosso. So we were watching a lot of Studio Ghibli movies, which I really like. I watched a movie that I'm not sure if I'd ever seen it before, but it was really bad. Was War Games.
Yeah,
What a shitty movie. I also watch, and
I almost watched it, but I was just like, probably doesn't hold up.
No, it didn't. One director that everyone just comes in their pants over, similar to Lars von Trier, where I've watched a few von Trier movies. I don't get it. And this is one of the barbarian people that are like, but he's an auteur. And you're like, sure, dude. His movies fucking stink. Sorry. They suck. Watch Melancholia. Watch Nymphomaniac. Watch Antichrist. They suck. Sorry, they suck.
Then don't watch them.
But my point is, because I know he's such a well-known director, I try to watch his movies and see them with the eye of, this is something interesting, this is something original, this is something that should be appreciated. And I just don't get it. It's shit. But then I watch, you watch Tarantino, you watch Scorsese, you watch these guys are like, whoa, these guys are fucking great. Recent example, Robert Eggers. Robert Eggers fucking rules. His movies are awesome.
What did he do?
Robert Eggers made The Witch. He made The Lighthouse. He made The Northman, which I know you didn't like, but and I to a point didn't like either. But but his other movies, he is fantastically original, and he is a great. He's got a great voice. He's got a great. I really enjoy his movies. My point is, I watched a movie called The Limey, which I believe is from either late 90s or early 2000s by Steven Soderbergh. I think it's like the 5th Soderbergh movie I've watched. And again, I don't get it. I don't get why people think this guy is so good. The acting is fucking wooden. The shots are basic. There is no interesting camera movement. It's so subpar. And I've seen the only movie of his that I really, really enjoyed because I thought it was really interesting subject matter and the way that he did it was really cool was Sex, Lies, and Videotape. But I've watched Traffic and I've watched fucking Out of Sight and I've watched Ocean's 11. Like, they're just dull.
You didn't like Ocean's 11?
It moved to formulaically, like actor comes up, actor says this piece of dialogue, next actor says this piece of dialogue, next actor says this piece of dialogue, and that's exactly what The Limey was. Like, I don't feel any movement of the character. Another great example, I recently watched Amsterdam. It's a David O. Russell movie. David O. Russell is an asshole of a human being. He's a real dick, but his movies are a lot of fucking fun. I enjoy watching them. Most of them, not all of them. But again, he's a guy that I'm like, you know what? I can understand why people say David O. Russell is a guy to watch because his movies are unique. There is something very compelling about watching them. And I just don't get it about guys like Von Trier. I absolutely will never understand it about Richard Linklater. And I sure as hell don't get it about Steven Soderbergh. Like, maybe I'm just a dummy, you know, and I don't get it, but it's not for me. And TV show-wise, what the fuck have I been watching? I just finished The Bear, and now I'm going into Welcome to Chippendales, which I'm very excited to watch, starring Camille Nanjiani, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm finally, oh my goodness, this goddamn thing is so carbonated, it's making me burp.
It is.
I'm going to sit down with the fam and watch The Expanse. Finally going to start The Expanse. Yeah, that'll be exciting.
I was telling you how into it I was.
Until you weren't.
It just you're gonna have to get past the first season.
Okay.
Maybe
Now that I know that.
Like I got into that show 2 or 3 times, and it was just like I couldn't just keep going. And then finally, I was like, "Oh, people talk about this so much." I just pushed myself through it, and like just had to try to get into it. Just kind of like Andor, first 3
Every
episodes.
person who has talked to me about The Expanse has said it is fantastic. So
it's amazing.
Gotta watch
it. It ends up being one of those like
TV shows
we watched For All Mankind. Like,
okay,
where you're just like, I want to watch the next one. It's great. Like, I want to keep watching every day. Like, how many TVs?
How many TVs do we have? We have 14.
How many TV series
One in the
lately
bathroom.
Have you?
One in the shower.
I wish.
One in the. You know, I've seen
When you're
this thing-
scrubbing my back in there, it would be nice if I could watch Criminal Minds.
Rob, do you feel like an unsub scrubbing my back? But I have seen where they have this little fucking thing that you can drop your phone in and click it up, and it's like a little and you're. I couldn't watch TV in the shower. If I was in like a bath, sure. I think I had a bath when I was 8, but I listen to podcasts when I'm showering. I can't watch something
or music.
Yeah. But usually podcasts, because I'll get out, you know, I'll shave and all that shit. But I can't watch something in a shower.
I could watch, but like I don't have a setup like that, and like
A shower, you just have a bath.
I come from
kiddie pool. That's in your
yeah.
house.
And
Little turtle
a
pool.
cup measure that I just anyway.
You put detergent into it, and that's your soap.
Oh, detergent is too expensive, Rob.
What about that no-name detergent? from
I go to
President's Choice?
Dollarama and get pods.
Gain.
if you rub the pods on you enough, they'll burst. It's fun. Where were we? No, I come from a time where you couldn't bring your phone into the shower or the bath, and it just worries me still.
Really?
There's ports. Like, I worry that even in the rain, that something bad's gonna happen to my phone, and I'm gonna have to buy a new phone.
I remember that stupid fucking ad. Relax, it's an iPhone. Remember that dumb fucking ad? That's what I remember whenever it gets wet. It's an iPhone. I've dropped my phone into the toilet.
Have you?
Yep. I've not this phone that I have now, but a phone. I've dropped a phone into a toilet.
Jeez, that would scare the shit out of me.
I've had my phone in the shower. I've dropped my phone into the fucking fish tank.
Oh.
And all of them work great. They never died. The only one I had that died after I dropped it in snow. Was like fucking some Galaxy phone that I had like fucking years and years ago. That one stopped.
Yeah, when there wasn't any waterproofing or anything. Sure. And they have like a little sticker inside, and you take it to the guy, and he's like,
It's all
"Oh, the
red.
sticker's red. You can't.
You fucking got in the water, dick face."
Yeah, it's your fault. It's like, yes, I know that. Fix it.
My favorite.
Use rice.
My favorite time, or the favorite way I broke a phone was, I won't say this person's name, but we have a friend of the family who has
Sorry, Rob.
massive breasts. She's a very pretty girl, and she was in. We were all at their place for a pool party because her mom had a pool, and I was kind of not inadvertently, is the wrong way. As
straight up
inconspicuously
watching.
as I could. I was trying to take a picture of my iPhone 4. And
No, wait. You were a total perv?
Oh,
and
yeah.
You were trying to take
Oh,
a
yeah.
picture of her boobs without asking?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, Rob.
And my phone knew what I was doing was wrong and then decided to fall and smash face down and smash. I was like, shit. And I pick it up and dude, it was destroyed.
But did you get the picture?
No.
That's horrible, Rob.
Yeah.
You deserved that one.
I do. I did
Yeah.
deserve to have it broke.
Wow. Even the software updates want to interrupt us.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear. All right. So maybe this is where, you know what? Maybe this is the episode that gets discovered.
This
later
is the
on.
one where she
Oh, she
does
knew
a
I was
lawsuit.
taking. No, she knew I was taking pictures of her, and she was like, "Aha! Look what happened
Well,
to you,
that's
idiot."
different. If she knew,
I was trying to be inconspicuous. Not that I would have had a problem.
That's not what you say. You should have said. You should just say, "Yeah, she knew."
Oh yeah, sorry, she knew.
Yeah, not. Oh, I'm trying to
But
take pictures of some girl's breasts without her knowing.
I don't think she knew I was taking a picture, but she knew that I have constantly tried to get pictures.
We're like in the old school nerd movies.
like Porky's and shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the
Watching someone
woke
in the
army come
shower.
after me. But she did know that I loved her very large boobs, and it would constantly be. Even now, it's a constant joke that goes on between us.
It's nice to take pictures of boobs. But
It is.
Hopefully now, whenever you do that, it's consensual.
I just take a
Consensual?
picture. I'm fat now, so I can take a picture of my own.
Oh, there you go.
What were we talking about?
I've been no. What are we watching? Okay.
Oh.
I do want to mention that I was watching with my son Battleship.
The movie?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So conceptually, it's good.
Okay.
Not the movie, just the idea of taking Battleship and making it should okay. It's a fun movie, but there's so many just let's do this. Okay, why? Let's go to the next thing. So many times it's done that. Okay, it's like okay, so why are the aliens? We don't have to discuss that.
I love that there's aliens. Battleship.
Battleship is people versus aliens. Why are they here? We called them.
Does Rihanna ever sing?
No,
She should.
probably in the
Soundtrack.
soundtrack. Yeah, this was like the
F4, F5.
I'm glad you
Suck
mentioned
about
that
ship.
because this was the Rihanna movie.
Was it really? Eh?
Oh, so, like
fuck.
she wasn't the main character, but she was totally like a side character that was like maining. Like they were like pushing her at you every time they could.
I
Like,
saw the ad
do
for
you
that, and I
remember
was like,
Rihanna?
Oh my god.
She's a singer, but she's in our movie. Here she is. Here she is.
Look at
Here she is.
Rihanna.
Go fire at the aliens. Okay. Go fire at the aliens. Okay.
I'm gonna go fire at the aliens.
Put your finger on the trigger. Okay. And it's just like there is a worse actor in this movie. If you remember, he's like paraplegic or something. Like he's not paraplegic, but he's got no legs. He's got just the what do you call them? The prosthetics. Not even prosthetics. They're just like the rods. I don't know what you call them.
I don't know
Are
what
they
you're
still prosthetics?
I guess.
This is where I'm canceled. But
Were you taking pictures of him without him knowing?
He's this big black dude, and he's there with the blonde most of the movie.
Okay.
And he is this now retired because he got blown up or something.
Ving Rhames.
Kind of like that.
Michael Clark Duncan.
He's none of these guys, but he's supposed to be like that type.
Forrest Whitaker.
And he's just angry at the world because he can't do the army stuff anymore. He thinks his world's over. And throughout this movie, he discovers he can do things. But his acting was so bad. It was so bad. The deliveries were just like, and I'm going to do the... Did you...
Then Rihanna comes in, she's like, love my dad,
I feel like they just cast this guy because he happened to not have legs. And he's kind of
in a
an
fucking
actor.
movie where how much CGI is going to be in it? Why would you just get a good actor and CGI out his fucking legs?
There was so many bad, like good concept stuff it's bad. But it's fun to watch. It's kind of like, what was that Jet movie where they faced the AI that was out of control?
Oh, Christ. I know there was a movie called Stealth.
That's
Stealth?
it.
Yeah.
That's it. It was just like, it's fun, but it's so bad. Yeah. Aside from
Well,
that,
you know what?
I'm watching ghost shows.
I think your son would be able to last for stuff longer because your son lasted through
He loved it.
Avatar, right?
Yeah. Well, we a lot of times we watch movies in like 3 goes or something.
Okay.
And then that makes it easy. Like he could go through a whole movie, but sometimes I just don't want to deal with it.
I'm sure I said this before too. I have massive kudos for the dad who was a couple of rows behind us at Avatar. I believe his son was very severely autistic, and he had the fucking tablet.
Yeah.
He had everything his son needed, and I'm like, dude, that's how parents of autistic kids. You gotta come prepared, dude.
If you're that smart to go in the back row, be prepared like that. That's fine. I don't care if he's not
But
bothering anyone else.
on the flip side, I fucking hate the worst example in my life I've ever seen of bad parenting when it comes to movies. Now, keep in mind, I don't show my sons anything gratuitous. I'm not showing my kids Night of the Living Dead. I'm not sure
Really?
Dawn of the Dead. I'm not showing them gore.
Okay.
I'm showing them like Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2, yeah, is gore, but it is so stupid. Like fire hoses of blood going off. Real stupid stuff. I'm not showing them any nudity. I'm not showing them anything like depraved, like Nazis. You know what I mean? Nothing depraved or fucked up. I was at a girl I was dating at the time. We went to, it was like a 10 o'clock showing of fucking Hannibal. Okay? Hannibal. That has Gary Oldman as Mason Verger. That has Ray Liotta's fucking brains being out and out at the end of it.
Yeah, I remember.
Terrible fucking movie. Even worse book. But there was a kid in the audience that I want to say was, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years old. And this kid starts, when they do the reveal of Gary Oldman's Mason Verger, when he turns around, his fucking face is all eaten apart and shit. This kid starts fucking screaming, as you would expect a fucking kid to, right?
Yeah.
And the parents are like, shut up, like that to the kid.
Really?
I've never been so angry in all my fucking life with a parent.
Anything?
I wasn't a parent at the time. I think I was maybe 25 or no. How old am I? I don't know. Whatever. But I think I was like 20 in my early 20s. I'm like, I don't know. I just wouldn't bring my kid to this. But what the fuck do you say? And
There's
you don't want to
some
start
things,
anything.
This is kind of getting off track, but when you become a parent, there are some things in movies and TV shows that you just clue into, and it just hits you harder.
Yep.
And it's just like this moment would have hit you harder if you were a parent then.
Yep. And that's why I see, and it's funny. You'll be surprised to know, but I'm a relatively angry, scowly asshole the majority of the time. Yeah, I know it shocks a lot of people. Like today, I was in a bad fucking mood. I had to go buy some.
You do that more so just to get it out.
And also so people won't talk to me. I don't want to have a lot of conversations with people.
I'm that way. I'm just going.
But there is nothing that will improve my fucking day more than special needs kids. I fucking love to see special needs kids having a good time.
Okay.
So I was at
I just like
not
special
just
needs
seeing
kids.
them suffering.
I want to see more of those.
But no, we were at. I had to go to a shop today, and I was just kind of like waiting. My girlfriend was talking to someone there, and I was just kind of waiting. Like I don't want to be here. And this lady and her daughter, who had Down syndrome, comes in, and this girl's just fucking smiling and having a ball, and I'm like, God damn it, that cheers me up because a kid is great, but a special needs kid.
It's better.
Who has a lot of shit already stacked up against them that can show the world, fuck you, I'm still going to enjoy myself. That just improves your fucking day.
I love seeing that at work because I work at an arena.
I work at
an arena in a town. I work at an arena and I see special needs kids all the time and just seeing them having a blast.
It's fucking
is great,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. It improves your day immensely.
Anyway.
Everyone else can go
note,
fuck yourselves.
Anything else you've been watching?
No.
No, me either. We don't watch anything.
No.
It's just a lot of like watching the things that we review.
Yeah. Also, I'm revisiting. Oh, that's not true. I've learned of a couple of movies that are I go through like Blu-ray releases every month to see what new stuff is coming
Dawn
up.
of the Dead is coming. I thought you liked Dawn of the Dead.
The Zack Snyder one.
The newer
for about
one. Yeah.
10, 15 minutes.
The one where they fucking
the original Dawn of the Dead, a version of it, that I've never seen before, called the Argento cut. It was produced by Dario Argento, and I believe half written by Dario Argento, has come out. And I got hold of that in 4K. So I'm very excited to watch that.
Based on that same movie? Or a different...
You didn't know the Dawn of the Dead's a remake? That Zack Snyder one?
I believe I did.
Yeah.
But you're saying that it was a...
So there was the original Dawn of the Dead, right, by George Romero. And it was co-written by, and I believe produced by, a guy named Dario Argento.
Okay, so you're talking
the original one is some added scene. And
I'm like,
Dario
if
Argento,
it's the newer one, then sure, I'll watch a new version of that.
I've seen enough Sarah Polley for my life, but no interest in that. But no, I find I'll look through a couple of newer movies that are coming on Blu-ray and check them out. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of older stuff, that I really like the Star Trek came out in 4K, like the original
Groundhog Day
stuff.
coming.
Yeah, a lot of older stuff. I'm like, I'm going to revisit that in 4K.
Yeah, we might cover Groundhog Day if you want.
Whatever. You know what? That was another thing I was talking about with people the other day. Actors who are, for some reason, people think they're fucking great.
But they're dicks
in real life. Dicks in real life.
Well, Bill Murray's one of those people that are like, it could go either way. Sometimes he goes out of his way to make people's day. Like he'll do stuff, like he'll buy stuff for people, or he'll treat people, like he'll do something crazy.
But he comes off as
then a lot of time he's
prick.
a dick. And on set, he got in trouble with that recently, right?
Oh, I don't know. I know we were talking about Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase is known to be a humongous asshole.
No, Bill Murray did something on set, like some misogynistic type thing.
I don't surprise me, but I know like they had
sexual harassment.
They had to sue him to be in fucking the Ghostbusters 2016 reboot. Like, but because look, I don't believe in this. I don't want to fucking be in it. So I can see his points on it. He comes off as a guy that gets all this worship, and he's kind of a dick, you know. But whatever. What the fuck ever is my answer.
Okay. So
this pop is going to my brain. There must be a lot of sugar in it, too.
We are going to talk about the Golden Globes nominees that were announced the last, 2 weeks ago? You're like, I don't care.
Also, Jeremy Renner is apparently in stable but critical condition.
Yeah, I heard.
After a plow accident.
Something weird.
Yeah. I heard that. And as mean as it is to say, and I'm sorry, but it is a good joke. Part of me is like, did he really think he was Avenger and like saw Snowplow coming at him and like shot it with a Hawkeye bow and arrow, thinking that would stop it? And then it hit him and he was like, oh shit, I'm just a normal human being.
Turns out we were making this jokes and it's announced that he's dead.
Sorry, Jeremy Renner. You have done a couple of good movies.
All right, so they announced the nominees and we're going to go through them and decide who's going to win. We're just going to go straight up. Let's go backwards. We can't. All right. Best Picture. Just go right into it. Out of Avatar, Elvis, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Top Gun.
I have not seen Tar, but I have great hopes for it. But for Best Picture, if I'm basing it on story alone, I'm not going to see Elvis. I don't like Baz Luhrmann. For me, it would come down to Fabelmans and Tar. Tar seems like it takes more chances. So I'm going to hope Tar
looks dumb, just like that other one that just came out.
Fabelmans looks like Oscar bait.
Okay, yeah. Just like the other one that just came out, that or is coming out, where they're all at a dance party, old school dance.
I believe that's the Wiggles go live.
I was watching the wrong thing. No, Avatar's gonna win this, I think.
Maybe.
And
I hope for
I don't
Tar.
care for any of it.
Tar.
Top Gun's good, but it's not the
Care.
best movie of the like.
I don't know. How would you how would you pronounce the A with a satigu?
I don't remember. Tar.
Tar.
I don't know. I don't even know what tar is.
It's that shit that they smear out in the road.
Thank you. Let's watch that dry.
That'd be more interesting than watching Avatar.
So your guess is Tar? Or,
I'm hoping for Tar.
Or Fabelmans?
But we all know it's going to go to
It's good. Go to Avatar, yeah, for sure. And Avatar's just not that good.
Nope.
But it was created by blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait, that was something else.
How dare you?
Best Picture, musical or comedy? That's the one I was talking about.
Oh, Babylon?
Like, it looks, that is Oscar bait.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So fucking,
Fuck yeah.
it looks so bad. So we got Babylon, we have Banshees
of Inisherin.
Okay.
I am so looking forward to watching Banshees of Inisherin because it's Brendan Gleeson, who is spectacular. When he can get Colin Farrell in the right role, he's spectacular.
True.
And these two have been in a wonderful movie from, oh Christ, I think it's 2005 called In Bruges. Or In Bruges. It's either In Bruges or In Bruges. I don't know how you pronounce it. They are fantastic together in it. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Mm-hmm.
You like that one a lot.
Which I think is going to win.
Glass Onion, which is a hugely marketed Netflix.
And not making a lot of money from what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Triangle of Sadness.
Which looks like Oscar bait. But no, I think it's going to go to Everything Ever All at Once. It's just, it's had,
really
out of all these, it's had the most publicity.
Really?
Yeah.
Or the most well-liked. Really?
No, I think it's had the most, because everyone's talking about this little movie.
I say
this
Glass
little
Onion
fucking
has a,
engine
Glass
that
Onion is getting so much marketing that it's to the point where it's like we know it's bad, but maybe Glass Onion was good. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of these.
Nope.
Oh, I watched everything all at once.
I think it's going to go to Everything Ever All at Once, and deservedly so, because it was wonderfully original.
I hope it does. But I'm worried that it's going to go to something like Babylon.
I'm saying it here, and all the people in our Twitch stream right now, if I'm wrong, I'll give you $1 billion.
You know when he's lying, when he can't. Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama. Kate Blanchett in Tar, Olivia Colman, Empire of Light, Viola Davis in
the movie that you said was the best fucking movie of the year.
I gave it to this one. The Woman King, Anna de Armas in Blonde. You know how well that went. Michelle Williams in The Fabelmans.
She's great in it. She does that idiotic, breathy voice very well. She looks great, but the movie's awful.
I want it to go to Viola Davis.
So do I. I'd like it to go to Viola Davis. I have a feeling it's going to go to to Anna de Armas, only because Blonde was so spit upon, but she did so well in it. I think it's going to go to her, but it should go to Viola Davis.
Best actor, motion picture.
Absolutely, Brendan Fraser.
Austin Butler as Elvis.
Fuck that dick.
Brendan Fraser in The Whale.
Woo!
Hugh Jackman, The Son.
Fuck him.
Bill Nighy. Is that how you say it? Nighy?
Bill Nye.
In Living. And
Fuck
Jeremy Pope in The Inspection.
Fuck him. Brendan
Or
Fraser
Inspection,
for the win.
Really?
Love Brendan Fraser. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know any of this. I can't speak to it.
Bill Nighy, a wonderful man. Hugh Jackman, wonderful man. The guy who starred as Elvis, don't care. The other guy, don't care.
Elvis did well, though.
Sure, whatever.
I wouldn't be surprised if Austin
Brendan
Butler
Fraser
gets
has
it.
been getting way too much publicity
Is
with
he?
The Whale.
Yeah.
And of all the movies, I wish I'd seen in 2022, but I want to wait until I can watch it alone because for two reasons, this movie, The Whale. I hope very much that it is a return to how good Darren Aronofsky used to be. I want to see the Darren Aronofsky of Requiem, of The Fountain, of Black Swan. I do not want to see the Darren Aronofsky of Mother or Noah. Fuck that guy. Brendan
You
Fraser.
want to see him come back.
Yeah, so much. And I want to see Brendan Fraser. That guy has so much potential to make you feel. When you watch him, he is the only good part of Doom Patrol.
So you're hoping that this is Nick Cage and Pig.
Yes. And I hope that this movie, the reason I don't want to go see it with an audience is I don't want anyone to ruin it for me. And when I went and saw Avatar, and even when I was sitting with Dexter and Dexter saw the name, he goes, The Whale. Well, that's kind of a dick movie or a dick thing to call a movie about a really fat dude a whale. I said, I said to him, you see how you're acting right now? How you're kind of immature about it? The hope is that after watching this movie, you feel differently about very obese people. You know, that you see them with a new light. And he's like, oh. And he thinks about it. And I had these two fucking fat 50-year-old pigs behind me in Avatar, speaking of obese fucks. They were like, The Whale. Those guys are stupid. I was like, I hope people like that. I hope those two die of the worst type of cancer. But then I don't want to see it with people who are going to act like that during it.
Yeah.
And the main reason is if it hits as good as I hope it hits, I feel like I will be crying like a little girl with a skin knee. So that is why I want to watch it by myself at home. And I'm really, Brendan Fraser deserves as many accolades as we can give him because he's an awesome human being. So should go to Brendan Fraser.
Then you realize that it was pronounced Wale.
That's right. That's what he says at the end of the movie. By the way, my name is Wale. Give me that pizza.
All right. Best actress in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. Leslie Manville in Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Margot Robbie in Babylon.
Nope.
Anya Taylor-Joy
Nope.
in The Menu. Emma Thompson, Good Luck to You, Leo Grande.
Michelle Yeoh.
And Michelle Yeoh in Everything, Everywhere, All at
Hell
Once.
yes to Michelle
Yeah,
Yeoh. She
that's where it's
rules.
going, for sure. Oh, this is the Oscar bait. Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie is. So is Anna Taylor-Joy. Anna Taylor-Joy can fuck off. Her and her goddamn alien freaky eyes that are too far apart. Michelle Yeoh for the fucking win. Absolutely.
What was she in that we watched?
She was in Last Night in Soho. She was just in Amsterdam that I just watched. She's Princess Peach in the new Super Mario movie. Not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
Best actor, motion picture, musical, or comedy. Diego Calva, Babylon.
Nope.
Daniel Craig in Glass Onion.
Nope.
Adam Driver in White Noise.
Nope.
Colin Farrell in Banshees.
Whee!
Ralph Fiennes. Is it Fiennes?
Fiennes.
I'm
sorry, Fine.
In
Ralph
The
Fine.
Menu.
Ralph Fiennes.
Fiennes?
Colin Farrell. Absolutely.
I have no horse.
I enjoy Colin Farrell very much when he is worth watching. When he does that stupid fucking American accent that he does that he's just horrible at. I hate seeing him do it, but when he's like in Bruges, there was another movie. I saw him in recently where he's used his real accent. I can't remember what it was now. This thing has fucked up my brain.
It's all the gas.
I enjoy Colin. Killing a Sacred Deer. And Lobster. Loved him in Lobster. Loved him in Killing a Sacred Deer. I know I've heard a lot of people bitch about those movies. I can't remember the director's name. He's wonderful. And Colin Farrell is fantastic in both those movies. So go Colin Farrell.
Best supporting actress in a motion picture. Angela Bassett in Black Panther. Carrie Condon in Banshees. Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once. I can't do it. Dolly DeLeon
Sure.
in Triangle of Sadness. And Carrie Mulligan in She Said.
Angela fucking Bassett should kill in this category because she fucking rules.
Yeah, I agree. For me, a second would be
Angela
Carrie
Bassett
Mulligan.
is the only reason to watch Wakanda Forever. She fucking crushes in that movie, man.
I would say second, or maybe even my choice would be Carrie Mulligan.
Fuck that
I like
bitch.
She Said.
Fuck that
I liked
real
it.
doll looking bitch. Angela Bassett.
Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture: Brendan Gleeson,
Woo!
Barry Keoghan,
Boo.
Brad Pitt.
Woo!
Oh boy, Ke Kwan. Ke Huy Kwan. Okay,
Short round.
and Eddie
Redmayne needs to go the fuck away. Have you ever seen Eddie Redmayne in a movie that you enjoyed?
Not that I can think of.
Nothing, right? No, it should go to Brendan Gleeson. He fucking rules.
I like Barry Keoghan
Barry Keegan's great.
as an actor. Like always,
He's very spooky.
Always good to
He's a good actor.
but I haven't seen Banshees. I can't really say anything to these.
Oh, dude, Brendan Gleeson, fucker. He should get it just for being Mr.
Hoy
Mercedes.
is really good.
Ke Kwan?
Ke Huy. I don't know. his
He's
name, I'm
fine,
sorry.
but you know what? You have to
He's
take into
good.
consideration Never All at Once is his first movie back in how many fucking years, right?
What big things was he in before?
He was short round in Indiana Jones, the Double
that's
of Doom.
right. Yeah.
But no, Brendan Gleeson, because he's such a good actor.
Next page.
Dun,
Because
dun,
they need to add
dun, dun, dun,
that
dun.
hand support. James Cam. Oh, sorry.
Woo!
Guess I know your pick. Best director in a motion picture.
Woo!
James Cameron. Daniel Scheinert and Daniel
The
Kwan
two Daniels.
in everything. Yeah, man. Baz
Lerman.
I mean,
Fuck
you
him.
gotta help me on these. Martin McDonough in Banshees.
If it's
and
about two Irish dudes, of course his name is
Yeah.
McDonough.
Steve Spielberg, The Fablemans.
It probably should go to the two Dans, but it's going to go to Jim Cameron.
Yeah.
It took too much effort to make that stupid Avatar movie. So it should go to the two Dans for an amazingly original idea.
It should.
But it's going to go to Jim Cameron.
But they could go the other way and be
Could.
like, hey,
I'd love to see it go to the two Daniels. I'd love
be
to
great.
see. Remember, we had a period, I want to say about 12 years ago. No, sorry, even sooner, where it was a lot of, not indie movies, but it was a lot of smaller movies that were getting the awards. And they thought that that's maybe why people are staying away from the Oscars and staying away from award shows. So they started giving them back to the big movies
Okay,
again.
yeah.
And I'm hoping it turns back to the smaller movies again because award shows are just all jerking themselves off. Fuck them. They're all stupid.
it was a good year when Parasite was winning.
Yeah, you know, and that was really good because it was also a time where like non-American and they say that a lot of Americans hated that non-Americans were winning, so they went back to these typical fucking gung-ho American movies. But these award shows are stupid. They're worthless. They're pointless.
Yep.
But I'd love to see it go to people that I think genuinely deserve it. The two Daniels deserve it. Jim Cameron will get it. Jim Cameron, I don't know, man. He's put a lot of work into that shitty Avatar movie, so maybe he deserves a little bit, but I feel like those guys came up with a really cool idea. Baz Luhrmann can fuck off.
I want to
Steven Spielberg's won enough, and Martin McDonough.
I want to say the Video Game Awards does it right because you get the awards, but the Video Game Awards is mostly about trailers for new games, world premieres, like, and if they did that for these awards, like they showed like movie trailers.
Can you imagine though, winning for a dramatic movie like The Fablemans, and then drama, feeling sorry for your family, drama, and then the Super Mario Brothers movie trailer
Well,
comes out.
you would pace it properly. So you would put in
Schindler's List,
something for drama,
and then
like
the next Ace Ventura movie.
when nature goes away. I don't know. Best screenplay:
Ooh, Todd Field.
Todd Field for Tar,
Nice.
The Dans, Martin McDonough, and Sarah Polley.
Fuck you, Sarah Polley.
And Tony Kushner. Wow. Steven Spielberg.
Todd Field has made a couple of great movies. It's one of the reasons I want to watch Tar, so I'm going to go with Todd Field. Sarah Polley can fuck right off.
Yeah.
Martin McDonough looks like Sting, so fuck him. The two Daniels already won for the other award. Steven Spielberg's won enough, so let's go with Todd Field.
We can go with the Dans again. Let's sweep with the Dans. Everything all at once. Let's
You know what's
sweep.
bullshit? Is what if their name was Tony Danza?
I would love him to win too. They're bringing that back, right?
How they bring back
Another-
Who's the Boss?
Another Who's Boss. But you know when they bring things
Lord,
back
it's
and it's
gonna
the
be
new
so
class.
woke.
Yeah. Like, can we just bring back the original characters and just go from there?
Well, what, like, how many of them are dead?
It's fine. It's
Judith
like
Light's alive.
give
but
me
the-
Family Matters,
Mona
but
has
bring
gotta be
back
dead.
every. Oh, she's still like really like saucy.
and horny.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that'd be hilarious. You just play into it really well.
Puss in
Okay,
Boots.
Best Picture animated.
There's only two that I've
I have
seen.
no idea.
Two that I care about. Red Panda, or sorry, Turning Red was good.
I just couldn't get through it.
Pinocchio was better. So
I
I'm
think
gonna go
Turning
Pinocchio.
Red was something we were going to cover, and then I was like watching the first bit of it, and I was like, "Rob, please, we're not going to do this."
No, Pinocchio was good. We just recently watched Pinocchio on the weekend. It was good.
I thought you said one of the Pinocchios were bad.
The Robert Zemeckis' Pinocchio was fucking terrible.
okay.
But this Pinocchio looks fucking
That
great.
one's
It was
good?
great.
Okay. So you're saying Pinocchio is good.
Pinocchio.
Best Picture, non-English language.
Oh yeah, this is definitely RRR. Hell
Oh,
yes.
it's there. Look at that.
Fuck yeah, boy.
I
Yeah, boy.
feel like if we have time,
This
I don't
fucking
think
drink is making me like high as a kite.
we were going to cover All Quiet on the Western Front. We might still do that because you haven't watched that one, have you?
Nope.
So maybe we'll watch it because it looks really good. I've never heard of the other ones except for RRR.
RRR is I recently bought a copy of Decision to Leave, so I'm going to watch that. But yeah, RRR, fucking great, dude.
So yeah,
And Ram has a mustache to beat the fucking band in RRR.
I like army movies when they're done well. Like not army, military. Yes,
I like military
war
movies. Any movie really, and that's one of the reasons RRR is so good. Is seeing another country, seeing their take on like an action movie or a drama movie, and when you watch like Korean or Spanish horror, they far surpass anything America could come up with. So that's why it's great to watch like where America usually kills it in the action genre. Watch it done by like an Indian director. It's the same but a bit different. You can see the little differences. It's great. So that's what I'm hoping for All Quiet on the Western
Does
Front.
RRR have an English dub?
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
'Cause that-
There's a lot of it that is in English too, because it's about the British rule over India.
Because I guarantee All Quiet on the Western Front does because it's Netflix.
You and your fucking dubs. Dubs can suck my balls. Why is my kid still awake? It's fucking 9:14.
No idea. Best score for a motion picture. Banshees, Guillermo del Toro, Woman Talking, Babylon. We can give up now.
John Williams.
John Williams is the man. Best song in a motion picture.
Where's
Top Gun is
here?
Hold My Hand by Benjamin Rice, Blood
Fuck
Pop,
you.
and Lady Gaga.
Fuck that.
Black
Fuck
Pan-
that.
Who cares? Rihanna in Black Panther. What a
All right,
surprise.
sure.
yeah.
Rihanna.
RRR.
Well,
Is there good music in that?
It was Bollywood music, so it wasn't for me, but it was well done.
Best drama TV
Better Call
series.
Saul. Cut everything else off.
Better Call Saul, The Crown,
Better
House
Call
of the
Saul.
Dragon, Ozark, and Severance.
Better Call.
Did you watch Severance?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You know what's better than Severance?
Better Call
Better Call Saul.
None of my picks are in there. Well, House of the Dragon.
You know what's better than House of the Dragon?
I think you're right. Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
I'll give it to you on that one. Best, even if I didn't, you'd still take it.
Have you watched this fucking
Best-
Wednesday show? I have zero interest
Best
in it.
musical or comedy.
The Bear.
Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Only Murders in the Building, and Wednesday.
The Bear.
I've been meaning to watch Wednesday. I haven't gotten to it.
I have no fucking interest in it at all. I can't even fake fucking interest
I
in it.
feel like it's one of those things where I will probably enjoy it,
No.
but it won't be something like that I'll crazy care about. It'll just like it's Netflix.
I want to go to the gym tomorrow morning, and this stupid fucking drink is going to have me up till 2:00 in the morning.
I'm thinking of taking my son to the pool tomorrow at the
Ooh.
same gym.
Can I go there and spy on you guys?
Don't you always? Best limited series, anthology series, or television motion picture.
I've been meaning to watch White Lotus.
Blackbird.
It's in my watch list.
Blackbird, Dahmer, which we hated,
Fuck you.
Dropout,
No.
Pam and Tommy,
No.
and White Lotus.
Woo! I'm gonna go White Lotus just because everybody keeps on telling me to watch it.
Yeah, if Dahmer wins, I'm gonna be like, what? It's like Barbarian all over
Dahmer
again.
might win because it's got the most
It's the most talked about.
Yeah, the most talked about
for sure.
But you know what? We're thinking Dahmer, but I bet it's gonna go to Dropout.
Best actress in the same: Jessica Chastain and Georgia Tammy, and Julia Garner in Inventing Anna, Lily James in Pam and Tommy, Julia Roberts in Gaslit, Amanda Seyfried
Seyfried.
in The Dropout.
Fuck.
I don't
This
know.
is actually a hard one. I think Julia Garner is a really good actress, and not just for Ozark. So is Amanda Seyfried. Man, if I had to choose between the two, I'd go Amanda Seyfried. I've seen Amanda Seyfried in a lot of stuff, and she's really
good.
impressive.
Yeah. Best actor in a limited series anthology. Blah blah blah. Taron Egerton in Blackbird,
No.
Colin Firth in The Staircase, Andrew Garfield in Under the Banner of Heaven, Evan Peters
No.
in Dahmer, Sebastian Stan in Pam and Tommy.
Colin Firth.
I think it's going to be Sebastian Stan.
It probably
he's got a
will.
lot of talk about this.
It's either Sebastian Stan or Dahmer.
Best television actress drama series.
Laura Linney.
Emmy Darcy, House of the Dragon.
No.
Laura Linney in Ozark.
Yep.
Imelda Staunton
Sure.
in The Crown. Hilary Swank in Alaska Daily.
No.
Zendaya
No.
in Euphoria.
No. Laura
Zendaya
Linney.
had a lot of
I hate Zendaya.
push, like promoting and how much was Euphoria
And you know
talked about? Like,
Zendaya is a great role model for young girls because she says, look, dude, be successful at what you do. I'm an actress, not a very good one, but I'm in a lot of stuff that's popular. Be successful. Keep on working. You got to work. I think she acts like that, and she teaches young girls, don't rely on your looks, don't sell your body, don't fucking TikTok, work. So I applaud her for that. That show Euphoria is one of the worst fucking shows I've seen in my
garbage.
life.
complete garbage.
So Laura Linney, I've seen her in other stuff. I've seen her in Ozark. She fucking rules.
I don't have a pig.
You're a pig.
I'm a pig.
She was in a show called I'm a Pig?
Yep. She was in Pig.
Oh, Pig.
She was the pig
I don't understand.
in Pig.
I don't
She
get
was
it.
the best television actor drama series. Jeff Bridges.
No. I still have to watch that, though.
Kevin Costner.
My wife is coming in her fucking pants over that Yellowstone show. She's loving it.
So many people love it, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, the subject matter, the whole thing just doesn't interest me. Diego Luna in Andor.
Woo!
Bob Odenkirk in Better Call Saul.
Of course.
Adam Scott in Severance.
Bob Odenkirk.
Probably.
Hands fucking down.
Probably. Best television actress, musical comedy
Did we
series.
just fucking do this?
Quinta Brunson
No.
in Abbott Elementary.
No.
Kaylee Cuoco
No.
in The Flight Attendant. Selena Gomez in Only Murders in the Building.
I'll go Selena Gomez.
Jenna Ortega in as Wednesday, which has been getting the most publicity.
Who
right now.
cares?
And Gene Smart in Hacks.
Selena Gomez has a perfectly round face. So
I'm
it should be her.
going to say it's Jenna Ortega. I haven't seen the
Selena
show
Gomez.
yet, but I'm going to say.
Selena Gomez for the win.
Best television actor, musical or comedy, Donald Glover in Atlanta.
I've seen that. Have you ever watched that Atlanta
No,
show?
I haven't.
I have watched it, and it is good, but I am not its target audience because I enjoy it, but you can feel the show wanting to really get attached to its audience, and it's I think people who have lived through the life that a lot of those characters are going through are really the focus, and it's just not me. I can understand it's really well done, and I appreciate the great acting and the great direction, but it's not for me.
Bill Hader as Barry.
Dude, he's so good as fucking Barry.
Steve Martin as Only Murders in the Building.
No,
Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building.
no.
Jeremy Allen White, The Bear.
If it had to come between Bill Hader and Jeremy Allen White, Bill Hader is usually always comical, and the turn he takes in Barry is really impressive, so I'm going Bill Hader.
Okay. Best Supporting Actress, Television Limited Series.
How are these awards still going?
It's filler. It's just to get all the
Jesus.
actors in the building. We can move on.
I'm going to go with Nicey Niche Betts because she was spectacular in Reno 911. And even though Dahmer sucks, she is the best part of it.
Okay, I have nothing.
I also don't understand the hots for Jennifer Coolidge.
Was Claire Danes Homeland?
Yes.
Okay. I love her.
Jennifer Coolidge, I guess, is an attractive woman, but has been riding that.
It doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, she's been riding that Stifler's mom thing for too long. It doesn't work
she's
for
just
me.
pure comedy.
We'll see if
Aubrey
she-
Plaza is amazing.
We'll see if she works in The White Lotus, which I have to watch. But
Okay, we're not going to go on. We're going to move on to the next thing.
the next thing, everybody,
Top 10 or top fan theories.
fan theories.
All right. Are you ready?
And I can't remember the thing that made me want to bring this up. I was watching something, and I think it had to do with Barbarian.
Oh.
And it was
There's
about
a fan theory about
no,
Barbarian?
not fan theories, but it was about people that think that really shitty art house movies are great because they're trying to show how terrible cinema is right now and showing that through the lens.
That's not
of
really a fan
art-
theory, though.
It's not that it's a theory,
It's just a
fan theory.
conspiracy.
But it's this ideology that garbage is good if it means to be garbage. And that's like saying, you know what? Read this book. It's a piece of shit. Well, then why would I want to read it? Because the author meant for it to be shit.
So you're now making shit movies its own demographic? Like
Yeah.
its own type of movie? Like
It's the
there's
same
the
people-
horror and then there's the garbage.
Yeah. And they're making garbage to be garbage, and you're supposed to enjoy it as garbage and critique it
Yeah.
thinking that it's great because it means to be garbage. And
I
I'm
can,
like,
I can see that.
but it's the idea of that is so fucking stupid.
It's reaching.
That if you buy, yeah, and that's what it is. If you buy into that, you're a moron because there's nobody that sets out to make a shitty movie. Everyone sets out to make a good
true.
movie, even a B movie. You know, even the Asylum tries as hard as they can.
But that's why the Razzies were popular to
Razzies
talk
are
about.
kind of
Because
stupid.
no,
though.
it's stupid completely. But people talked about it because it's like watching complain. Why are you complaining about movies? Because we love the movies and we love to point things that we hate about them.
What the hell's watching complain?
You have a shirt,
Fuck, I got crumbs all over.
Darth Vader shirt. All right, so we're gonna talk about some fan theories, and I'm gonna try to read.
This should be fun. All right, this is gonna be the best part. Everybody, skip through. Hopefully, you skip through all the other shit. How about we get to the end, and this is gonna be fun.
We're gonna go long. Just reading the first one. Breaking Bad is a The Walking Dead prequel.
No, but I do love the idea that it is a Malcolm in the Middle prequel. That's funny.
That was one that's popular, but this one is because they keep mentioning a certain drug, the blue drug, the blue.
Meth.
No, there was.
It's methamphetamine. I have got like glue or something on the end of my fucking thumb.
Through 5 seasons of Breaking Bad, Walter White was responsible for a number
Walter Wright. Yep.
of
He's
horrific
a banker.
events, including his brother-in-law's death and a tragic event. But
Yeah,
one
tragic
fan,
rare. Trying to start a car.
now you see how
My
my
tragic
brain works.
rare isn't starting very well.
But one
I
fan,
filled it with meth instead of gasoline.
But one fan theory ponders whether his drug empire also could have resulted in the zombie apocalypse on The Walking Dead. The most compelling sign that Breaking Bad is a sequel to The Walking Dead is the presence of blue meth in both series. The seed for this
What are
theory
the fucking zombies doing meth in Walking Dead?
The seed for this theory was planted in the second episode of The Walking Dead, in which Merle's secret drug stash strikes quite the resemblance to the product that turned White into a kingpin. Kingpin.
Kingpin. I am a Merle. I'm a drug kingpin.
Further-
Give me the blue meth.
Further hints at a possible connection between the AMC dramas include a red sports car and a character named Glenn.
Wow.
Gus Fring possibly being patient zero, and the
Jesus
description
Christ.
of Merle's drug dealer as a janky little white guy.
Did they remember how Gus Fring's fucking life ends? Don't you remember that scene in Walking Dead when Merle's like, I got to get to my drug dealer named
This
Walter
is
Wright.
why I'm reading this one, because you have a connection to this, and I wanted to see what you
I
thought.
got to get some of the blue meth from a Walter Wright. Hey, Gustavo Fring, remember we blew a half of your face off, but you're a patient at 0.
All right, that's the Rob. Okay.
That's stupid. I've heard this one too. This one's fucking stupid too, but
Sandy
whatever.
died at the beginning of Grease.
You know why?
I like the idea of this.
She didn't have enough lubrication.
I've never watched Grease,
Ugh.
but I know the
I
idea
remember-
of Grease. So
So long time ago, they re-released Grease for a weekend in theaters. Yeah. And it was before I was dating my wife. Before I'd even met my wife. Now I was dating the girl before her, and
let me guess, big boobs.
monstrously big.
Always big boobs.
We were in the theater, and when you looked at the audience, it was a packed house too. It was all guys with their girlfriends or guys with their wives. And all the women are just bopping along and singing. Some of the guys bopping along and singing. But a lot of the guys, we were all looking at each other and we were all like, just whatever. At least we're getting laid
It's
later.
brownie points, yeah.
It was great. I've never been in an audience so much where all the guys are like looking at each other like, yeah. Like we all knew how each other was suffering. And then the only time
odd other guy that was just really into it. Yeah.
dude. But at the end of it, when Olivia Newton-John has those painted on pants, every guy was paying attention.
Of course.
This movie fucking stinks. I'm sorry, people who like Grease. This movie sucks.
So if you're going to watch Grease, remember that Sandy died at the beginning.
She drowned, right?
Yeah, there was like some implication of that.
Read.
Okay.
You have to read it.
Sarah Miguel.
Where does Walter Wright show up to sell her meth to get her to drown?
Sarah Michelle Gellar circulated a 2013 fan theory about Grease when it's resurfaced 3 years later.
What movie was she trying to fucking plug?
Wait, this has blown my mind. The actress wrote on Facebook, at the end of the movie, Danny Zuko and Sandy Olsen fly off in a red convertible as they wave goodbye to their friends on solid ground below, leading to the conclusion that the flying car was the final result of Sandy's fantasy, as in she is dead. During the song Summer Nights, Danny and Sandy recount how they first met and started a summer fling.
So you know what happened? Is Sarah Michelle Gellar watched the movie Jacob's Ladder and then watched Grease? Or turned off Jacob's Ladder and then Grease was on TV? She's like, holy fuck, dude. What if what happened in Jacob's Ladder is the exact same thing in Grease?
Or she watched Avatar. What if they all died at the starting and this was a fantasy?
What a stupid fucking theory, but
Fun.
At least Olivia Newton-John has a great
I
ass.
love fan theories where you go and watch the movie again thinking that.
You're like, this
what
doesn't-
if
this doesn't fit?
Top Gun, here's one. What if Top Gun is like a gay movie? Like, it's all
What
about
if?
What
if Top Gun is a gay movie?
It's all a gay romance. Like,
Watch them. It is a gay
it is.
romance.
It totally is. But like a lot of people are like, really?
No way. I thought a scene of a bunch of sweaty dudes playing volleyball together was perfectly straight.
Yeah. Ooh. Gotta take my shirt off now. Jack in Titanic was from the future.
I've never heard this.
I actually have.
It's stupid.
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
One fan theory posits that Jack is actually
one person.
Yeah, just one. Is actually a time traveler who came back in time to keep Rose from dying by suicide, because that would have caused a delay in the ship's course and potentially kept the RMS Titanic from crashing. So reverse than what you would think. You would think he's trying to save it.
You'd
No,
want to save people.
it's important that it crashes.
What the fuck does she do that's so good in her life that is worth sacrificing all those other people?
I love the idea that a movie could take this and go, let's go back to Titanic, but make it a sci-fi drama.
You know what? James Cameron should fucking bring this into the Terminator series, where she's like going to fucking throw herself over the corner, and then the Terminator shows up and is like, how are you?
I need to save you.
Come with me if you want to live.
Do not go with Jack.
Get to the chopper! And then there's some fucking helicopter that's right in the fucking boot of the plane.
The Always Sunny characters don't actually look like that. The idea is they're recounting their own story
Oh.
and that they are painting themselves as more like good looking than they actually are because during the whole season they paint.
So what
they
does
talk
Danny
about how
DeVito actually look
horrible
like
they
in real
look like.
life? Does he look like the Penguin from Batman
it's
Returns,
more
and he's
s-
thinking he looks like
It's
Danny
the
DeVito?
main characters.
Whatever. They always say D looks like a bird.
That's what I'm saying. Like they have these guys are ugly and as sin, but they look
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Bender wasn't the Bender we know from Futurama's pilot. But pilot.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't understand.
In the first episode, Bender is uncharacteristic. Oh my God. Bender is uncharacteristically depressed after learning that he has been making suicide booths. Another important facet of the theory is that when Bender reboots, his personality is set to a mode that befits his surroundings, which happens in the episode where he becomes a penguin. The theory states that if you not watched Futurama, it's so good.
I have. Of course I've watched it a
Okay.
million times, but
The theory states that when Bender gets electrocuted in the Hall of Criminals, he reboots into a criminal personality himself, which actually kind of makes sense.
that's ridiculous.
It's great.
It's fucking stupid.
Don't you love these though?
My favorite one is fucking Jack is a time traveler.
I want to see that movie, and I want to see him come back and like get the young version of himself painted on. Like CG.
But you imagine, he's like, dude, okay, I gotta go rescue this woman.
De-aged.
And then he's like fucking sitting there and he's like, hold on. He's like, God damn, this is bullshit. I came back to travel in time. I'm not gonna die on the side of this fucking door.
But maybe he knew that he had to die to save the timeline.
To save one person.
Yes, so that she can then live on.
Her heart goes on.
Scooby-Doo is about kids trying to escape the draft.
That's perfect. And that's absolutely true.
I'm trying to go.
Oh, shit. Speaking of shows that I'm looking forward to that actually start this month, Mindy Kaling stars in a version of Velma, or I guess she plays Velma. I'm okay with that.
As the show premiered in 1969, the same year the Vietnam War was at its height, the Scooby Gang is driving to Canada to escape the draft. The theory posits that the clean-cut Fred was drafted, but ran away to be with fiancée Daphne, while hippie Shaggy and activist Velma joined them, as they both opposed the war themselves.
All right. Honest
Maybe
question.
at the time.
Who would you rather fuck, Daphne or Velma?
Velma.
Yeah, I'm totally Velma,
Like if
dude.
Velma's in a, it depends on who's playing Velma.
I don't know.
Remember when what's her
Linda
face?
Cardellini?
Yeah, in
Linda Cardellini
Scooby Doo,
played her?
the original movie. Like,
But I don't know. Velma, I think I've always had more of a thing for it because Daphne is like the unattainable girl. Whereas Velma's always like, you get Velma drunk or high, she'll do some disgust. We're talking, speaking
Sarah
of ass to
Michelle
mouth.
Gellar as Daphne was
No, that
nice.
didn't work for me. But Linda Cardellini as Velma in that same movie, holy fuck, did that wake up some new things in me.
Yep. This is stuff you
100%
haven't seen
Velma.
for a while. Yeah. The Simpsons are a family of geniuses.
Okay.
All right.
This one is not funny because it's stupid.
The
but-
theory puts forth that Lisa is the only member of the family who accepts her genius, while the others purposely quash their brilliance in order to live happy lives.
But we already know Homer doesn't because he had the fucking
Yes.
thing stuck in his head.
It was revealed that a crayon lodged in Homer's brain was the origin of suppressed intelligence, and he very literally chooses to be dumb but happy rather than smart and miserable by putting the crayon back in his brain. Marge was once an amazing student but left her
Come on, you can do it.
academic pursuits behind to become a homemaker. Finally, in another Simpsons episode, we see Bart was once a gifted child,
No, he wasn't.
but then grades began to decline. The episode blamed it on a gene that makes the male Simpson stupid. But Homer's crayon incident disproves that. Instead, Bart saw how happy his dad's life was despite his lack of intelligence and decided to strive for happiness instead of genius.
I think that's a fucking stupid theory. My favorite one so far
It's just fun.
is fucking time traveling Titanics.
The Rugrats are all figments of Angelica's imagination.
I never watched the Rugrats, so I don't know who anybody of these people are.
If you had, this is actually a genius approach to the Rugrats.
Which one's Angelica?
Angelica is like the older sister of one of the kids.
Oh,
who's,
they
like,
did the same thing
annoying.
with Phineas and Ferb, where Phineas and Ferb are both dead, and it's the older sister that's seeing them. That's why the mother
It's
can
the
never
same-
see them
it's
doing
the-
crazy
yeah,
shit.
exactly the same thing. So, do you want me to read it?
No,
Okay.
I don't know who these fucking people are.
The peddler in Aladdin is the genie. We know this to be true.
Yeah, because he's voiced by Rob Williams.
So that one was not quashed as a theory. It's quashed as theory because it's true. There's a peddler at the beginning of Aladdin.
Don't say peddler.
There's-
Racist.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Nemo was an imaginary device for Marlin to cope with his wife's death in Finding Nemo.
That's bullshit because other fucking people talk to Nemo outside of being with Marlin. That one's dumb.
In Latin, Nemo translates to no one. This helps spur the theory.
That's what you want to tell your fucking kid. Hey, son, I know it's your first day of school.
You're a
Guess what your
Nemo.
name means? Fucking no one.
Deal with it.
You
Get
fucking
over it.
loser, kid.
This helps spur the theory that Marlin's son doesn't actually exist in Finding Nemo.
That's
But
bullshit because he's talking to fucking Willem Dafoe and Ray Romano's brother when he's in that tank.
but it's just an invention he uses to cope with the death of his wife. We see Marlin go through the 5 stages of grief in the film. First, denial when he invents Nemo's egg after the rest of the family
What
is
if
killed.
Nemo was born in denial? In Egypt.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. Walter White was Malcolm's
That
from
one is
Malcolm in the
awesome.
Middle.
That's awesome. That one I like.
And we know it to be true now
Because of the flashback.
because we want to.
Yep. Also, didn't you see that one?
I don't know anything about
They
Breaking
they
Bad.
did a it was just a commercial where it was like a Breaking Bad commercial, and then it shows him waking up and he's next to Lois, the girl that plays his wife in Malcolm in the Middle. Oh, I just had this crazy dream. She's go back to bed, Hal. And he's like,
But
okay.
didn't they do that at the end of the last episode of?
No, they did it as a once the show was over and they were I think doing like commercials for the finale. They did that.
Oh, I thought that was the end of like last episode or something.
Nope.
Oh,
Don't
I
you know what happens at the end of Breaking Bad?
I don't watch it.
Fuck.
But at the end of Malcolm in the Middle, wasn't that a wake up scene? One of them had a wake up scene at the
I don't
end.
think so. Newhart did back in the fucking 80s.
That was a classic show.
You never watched fucking Newhart.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Bullshit.
I did.
Who was the main character? Walter Wright and who?
Bob Newhart.
Hartman.
Eric is in a coma for half of that 70s show. This is actually probably true.
Are you looking forward to any part of that 90s show?
Yes. I totally expect it to be shit, but I'm looking forward to it. And most of the cats come back.
Except the crazy Scientologists?
Yeah.
No, Laura Preppen's coming back. She's a fucking crazy Scientologist.
Did you want me to read that one?
No.
This is a great show. Willy Wonka sacrificed those kids.
Cabin in the Woods style.
yeah.
I can
I
dig on
love
that.
this
Yeah,
one.
I can dig on that.
Where it's like it's all the same things. Like
Especially the way that fucking I mean they could never do it in the Johnny Depp one, but the fucking way when like the kid goes running away in the Jim Waller one, and he's like, no, stop, wait, come back. He doesn't give a fuck.
if you have not seen Cabin in the Woods,
That's a
fucking
movie.
watch it.
Yeah, that's a movie
It's
that
so good.
I had. Another one like you expected nothing from you expected it to just be stupid, and it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah. You
And
did
that-
not expect it to go where it goes.
That's
and we're
right.
not going to say what happened, but it's so good. And I've been asking my wife to watch it with me. Like she's watched it before.
Blue Meth shows up, Walter Wright,
It's a fun,
and that's how The Walking Dead begins. Is at the end of Cabin in the Woods.
and The Simpsons is in there.
That's right. Bart's a genius who dreamed up the whole thing. I should show that movie to my fucking kids.
Yeah,
They would love Cabin in the Woods,
I don't
dude.
know.
I don't think there's any titties in it. I think there's discussion of banging, but I don't think there's any actual boobs.
I worry about if jump scares and stuff.
Oh, my boys fucking, they don't care about that shit.
The spinning top doesn't even matter in Inception.
Explain it, Philip.
Cobb supposedly uses a top as his totem, an object that will tell him whether or not he is in a dream. At the end of Inception, we see the top spinning and show a hint of a falter before the film cuts to black, creating a cliffhanger ending in which we aren't sure if Cobb is still dreaming or not. Really, though, the top doesn't matter. Cobb even says the top is his wife Mal's totem. Cobb's totem is his wedding ring. In his dreams, he is wearing the ring, but when he is awake, the ring is gone. That's how you know he is awake in the final scene. His wedding ring is gone.
Not to mention, I think I've heard other people bring up that you never see his kids' faces, but then at the end of the movie, you see his kid's face. Also, I was listening to a song. Have you noticed that sometimes, like on your phone on Spotify, it'll show the lyrics and they'll start coming up automatically?
Yes.
I was listening to a song called "The Constant" by Anthrax from an album I believe called "Worship Music," and it starts talking about just the lyrics. I was like, "What the?" There's a movie that this is based on because they're talking about the constant. And they say the word totem and stuff. I'm like, "Oh shit!" They're talking about the movie Inception. So I just put that together recently. Speaking of Inception, that Anthrax must have watched it.
The name of the Avada Kedavra curse in Harry Potter illustrates how wizards and muggles interacted in the past. Who cares?
Fuck
Harry Potter.
I second that. Fuck Harry
J.K.
Potter.
Rowling. If you like Harry Potter, I'm sorry for you. Dexter created his family in Dexter's laboratory.
That's fucking great.
Theory hypothesizes that Dexter's entire family was killed by one of his experiments gone awry,
That's awesome.
leading him to create a new family in their likeness using his lab. The show's theme song suggests that Dee Dee has a tendency to blow up his experiments.
Who's Dee Dee?
The girl,
Oh.
his sister, followed by Doom and Gloom.
Who the fuck are Doom and Gloom?
Just followed by Doom and Gloom. Dexter is shown to have the ability to create clones and imbue intelligence, so making a new family is definitely in his wheelhouse. It could also explain why his family is so oblivious to his lab.
If you cloned yourself and then had sex with that clone,
Is it incest?
is that incest or is it masturbation? Because it's fucking yourself. Like it's a literal exact version of yourself.
I think it's masturbation
Yeah, so do I.
because it's exact.
But
It doesn't matter.
that's true.
Like if you're into it, whatever.
Right? But
You're
I
not
think
gonna get
it's
yourself pregnant.
masturbation. But at the same time, do you think like your clone would have to be like, okay, like I'm an exact duplicate of you. So sometimes I'm good with getting fucked, but then I'm gonna want to fuck you too. Right? I think you'd have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Like
Well, what
that's not
okay,
fair if you're the only one doing
Let
the
me
fucking.
posit this. It's wrong to do incest because the main issue that we come to understand in society is that you could get pregnant and deformities
severe
happen.
issues.
Okay,
Yep.
that's the biggest thing that comes to mind. That's the big wrong here. Okay,
I'd say
what if
on top of that, but to interrupt you because I never interrupt, but the one time I will. Also, church came in to really ruin that and say,
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
why?
incest, because they're a church and they want to control everything everybody does.
exactly? But what was the
There-
reason?
Because they're a
It's
church and they want
wrong.
to.
That's
because they're a church.
Okay, why is it wrong?
Because they're a fucking church, and they just say they decide you're not allowed to have sex with your wife after she's had her period for 2 days.
Like that's
Why?
That's the
It
great
makes no
thing with
fucking
some
sense.
religions. Is like, give me a reason.
Yeah, but
No,
they're a
we
religion.
don't
There is
need-
no reason in
it's
religion.
wrong.
I see where you're coming from, but
Yeah.
I think one of the main reasons that incest was looked frowned upon because it used to be done constantly, right? But due to religion's fucking it up. If religion had come along, we'd all be fucking our brothers and sisters. It'd be great.
Exactly. My point also is that if the problem is genetic,
Which makes perfect
issues.
sense. Yep.
is it so wrong for like two brothers to have sex?
I don't
They're not going to
think
make
so.
each other pregnant.
It's the same as two sisters doing it, which we've all seen the videos about. Sorry, I've seen a lot of videos about. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of videos about, but I've heard of them existing.
It's the guy at the bus stop that tells you
Exactly,
about it.
it's that guy that I keep on running into. But yeah, I mean, what's worse that can happen?
I just don't care at this point.
I keep on begging my wife for stories of her.
Not do-do, do you.
Do-do.
Do you.
Do you. Oh, shit. That should be the slogan for fucking advocating masturbation. Do you.
Do you. Hardy's Mad Max is actually the feral kid
That's
from
a cool one.
Road Warrior.
That's a neat one.
I never watched Road Warrior. Sorry. I like this one. Ferris Bueller is just a figment of Cameron's imagination.
I don't like that movie. I know a lot of people
enjoy
have
it.
talked about it. I don't really like it. I think it's because I hate Matthew Broderick.
Well, you have a tendency to cling your hate onto someone and just
It follows
not
them
give
everywhere.
up.
It's
Everything is ruined. If Adam Sandler is in Breaking Bad is ruined.
Ruined. Yep, exactly right.
I'm just trying to give an example of your favorite stuff. Let's ruin it. There's much
this
more
one
to
is-
Jar Jar Binks.
I hate this one. It's so stupid.
But wouldn't it
he's
be
a
cool
dark-
if it's kind of like doing the whole movie thing I want to do with Thanos, right? We go back, we go through like Thanos' life, including going back to throwbacks of the movies in different versions of those scenes. I want to see the same thing happen to Jar Jar Binks.
I hate the character of Jar Jar. Not because well, yeah, I mean it's a stupid character, and to give the ideology that Jar Jar was able to be a Dark Lord of Sith and was confusing the whole time. Like, you know who I want to see do that? Emperor Palpatine. I like seeing him as a mastermind puppet master, not fucking Jar Jar Binks. That's dumb.
This would be a great surprise. Pokemon takes place in post-Pokemon War society.
Fuck's sake.
So there was a big war that was talked about in the early games.
Okay.
And
Can you imagine being a grown man and you're holding a shotgun and you're pointing it at something called fucking Daffle Squirt and you're blowing Daffle Squirt's fucking head off?
Daffle Squirt just killed your friend.
Oh, my PC's running low.
The whole point is that they bring it up a couple times in the original game, and then they say like they were pretty much weapons in the war, and then now they don't use them as weapons. They still fight each other with Pokemon, but it's for fun.
It's fucking stupid.
We let them faint. You think that's cool? Like if my Dashi, my Chewini comes over to your house and we have them fight.
So my Chewini fights your Daffle Squirt.
What's your dog?
Zelda.
I know the name.
It's a border terrier.
So your border terrier versus my Chewini. I didn't make up a name.
This is the dumbest.
Is a Chihuahua.
This is stupid.
But my point is like, how would people like? It's like cockfighting. Cockfighting.
That'd be a better example of fucking Daffo Tweenies and Daffo Squirt and Chewy Weenies.
Yeah. Pokemon takes place in a post-war part.
Fuck
2.
this Pokemon garbage.
And that's it. We're done.
Yay! Which is good because the laptop's almost out of battery. So thank you everyone for putting up with this. No, mine is.
No, we're going down on to part 2. I'm kidding.
We're going to part 2. Click.
going home.
It ends. So thanks to everyone for watching.
Wait, do you have a personal fan theory that you love? Like say the Pixar theories
No, I don't like that Pixar theory.
where everything is connected.
No, I think my favorite one.
No, I don't mean the Nemo one. I'm talking about how the cars are post-apocalyptic.
No, I know.
our
And yeah,
society,
they're
yeah.
all no, the only one I like is I love the idea that Hal is actually Walter White running away from what he did. I think that's fucking great. What about you?
I forgot them all already. I love the Grease idea. I love anything like that. I love the Titanic idea.
That Titanic one is fucking
Anything
great.
where you go back and watch the movie in a different minefield, like mindset.
Minefield.
Minefield too.
That's right. So
Welcome to being in my brain today. Jesus.
and
ADHD.
we'd like to thank everyone for watching at least half of one of our videos in 2022, and we're looking forward to a wonderful 2023.
Where we keep being awful to people. No. Yeah.
All right. We're sorry that you've been watching Complain.
WatchingComplain.com.
Biz.